Now at 10, we take a look at how the flu has affected Southwest Missouri. Plus,
former President Donald Trump has made it official, launching a third campaign for the White House. I'm Bradley Blackburn near Mar-a-Lago with what he told supporters and why some Republicans aren't ready to get on board.
And a local third grader saves the life of a classmate. We'll tell you how.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The number of influenza cases is climbing across the nation and right here in the 4 states. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. The latest CDC estimates show flu cases have climbed from minimal or low just 2 weeks ago in Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma to moderate now in all 3 states. In Arkansas, it's listed as very high. KOAM's Jalen Banks takes a look at the spread in one Southwest Missouri county.
Flu season opens the 1st of October and ends in March. And as of Tuesday, Newton County has 28 confirmed cases of the flu.
There's not a really good way to predict. Sometimes we'll use past history, but with COVID, that kind of blows everything. So my expectation would be that we will see an increase in the flu. How much of an increase is yet to be determined.
Bergner says flu shots for the county are up, and that helps keep down the number of infections.
Yeah, in Newton County, since September 1st, we've given 217 flu vaccinations, all ages with that, but 217, 28 flu cases since September. So we're doing well. People are coming in to get their flu vaccinations. If we've done 217, I'm sure hospitals, pharmacies, they've done several as well.
Bergner also shares ways to be safe from catching the flu and other illnesses during the season.
Of course, hand washing is the best way to prevent viruses, but also making sure our surfaces are clean and sanitized around the house. Cooking kitchen surfaces are cleaned, and everything that we do, just make sure that everything is cleaned well and properly.
According to the CDC, Missouri is considered a moderate level for flu activity. In Newton County, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
You can track the spread of the flu state by state at the CDC's website. A SWAT team that had surrounded a West Joplin home for hours today searched the home looking for a suspect this evening. We have no word on whether they found anything. Law officers arrived at the home on the 1800 block of Joplin's West 21st Street around 1 p.m. Joplin Assistant Police Chief Brian Lewis tells us a man charged with first-degree domestic assault had apparently been at that home earlier. A man who shot his girlfriend in Miami, Oklahoma, and then led police on a chase is going to prison. A judge has sentenced Austin Tanner to 40 years in prison for shooting with intent to kill. However, all but 15 years of that sentence is suspended. He also gets 5 years for eluding police. Authorities say in August of 2020, police investigated a domestic argument at a home on J Street Northwest in Miami. Police left without making an arrest, and later that afternoon, they say Tanner shot his girlfriend at the home. After a chase and crash, authorities arrested Tanner south of Fairland, Oklahoma. The girlfriend had multiple gunshot wounds, but did survive. Police say the driver of a commercial tow truck died today when the truck rolled over along I-44 near Joplin's Rangeline exit. No other vehicle was involved and no one else was hurt. Police plan to release more details tomorrow. Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Well, it was definitely cold outside for us today. Temperatures, they struggled to warm up. Only 41 for a high. Look where we should be topping out. Near 60, still 33 is where we started. It'll get even colder for us tonight. Most of us kind of 30 to about 33 already. We have clear skies across the region. A little bit windy for us today. The winds have calmed down a little bit now, but still kind of cuts through you. But these are actually going to pick back up a little bit more for us tomorrow. We look good here. Just to our northwest, some light snow showers and flurries, and these are going to dip into our northern counties late tonight into the morning hours. So a few random flurries out there or light snow showers, mainly in our northern counties by about daybreak. Not a huge deal. These will push right on by, but another cold one for us tomorrow. Even more snow chances in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Ballot counting from the 2022 midterms isn't quite over, but the 2024 presidential campaign has just begun. Former President Donald Trump announced his third White House bid tonight. Reporter Bradley Blackburn is outside Mar-a-Lago in West Palm Beach, Florida, with details.
Fellow citizens, America's comeback starts right now.
Former President Trump made official what he's teased for weeks.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Speaking at Mar-a-Lago, Trump said the Biden administration is ruining the country's standing in the world.
Under Biden and the radical Democrats, America has been mocked, derided, and brought to its knees.
Trump is hoping to start his third White House bid on a high note with a Republican victory in the Georgia Senate runoff next month.
Vote for Herschel, and he deserves it.
But after several Trump-backed candidates lost in the midterms, GOP enthusiasm in Washington has diminished.
I'll support the Republican nominee, but I don't know that it will be him.
Former President Trump starts this third campaign with a number of major advantages, a nearly $100 million war chest and a legion of dedicated supporters, many of whom still wrongly believe he won the 2020 election.
As far as I'm concerned, Trump has the right to be the president for at least another 8 years for what's happened to him.
One potential challenger is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Build the wall.
Who in 2018 ran for governor on the MAGA platform, but is now on the receiving end of Trump attacks.
When you're getting things done, you take incoming fire. That's just the nature of it.
A YouGov poll taken after the midterms shows 41% of Republicans would rather see DeSantis get the GOP nomination, while 39% say Trump. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Donald Trump might be hoping his candidacy complicates the investigations into him and his business dealings, most notably the Department of Justice probe regarding his handling of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. And with tonight's announcement, the Republican National Committee will now no longer pay his legal bills. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said today Russian missiles hit Poland, a NATO country, in what he said was a significant escalation of the conflict. The United States and Western allies said they were investigating, but could not confirm a report that the blast in Poland resulted from stray Russian missiles, while Russia's defense ministry denied it. 2 people were killed in an explosion in eastern Poland, about 7.5 miles from the border of Ukraine. Coming up, how Freeman Health System is preparing their faculty for tragic incidents, plus how inflation has affected families ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Freeman Health System is sponsoring an exercise to make sure their faculty are prepared to handle a terrible tragedy. The exercise simulates a shooting at a youth basketball tournament. Officials say it's a chance for local medical and nursing students to get an idea of what it's like to be part of a crisis response team.
I think for most healthcare providers and in these situations, in this phase where we're in now is the beginning. That's where you're taking care of patients and you do just what needs to be done to take care of the patients. And that afterwards, you need to support the staff with debriefing and mental health support, especially in a mass casualty event.
The simulated victims were played by actors from area nursing schools. With grocery prices up sharply from a year ago, Thanksgiving's hitting households a lot harder this year financially. According to the latest inflation data, turkey is forecast to cost 23% more than a year ago because of both inflation and avian flu, which has reduced supply. A local food shelter representative also says the food line is getting longer.
We want to make sure that the programs and the things that we have offered for the community, we want to keep them going. For that holiday meal, for those that can't have a holiday or a Thanksgiving meal here, first thing on Thanksgiving Day, we want them to be able to have that nice, warm gathering on Thanksgiving Day.
Some stores, such as Walmart and Aldi, have rolled back prices on Thanksgiving staples specifically because of inflation. If you plan to travel over the Thanksgiving weekend, hey, be ready for the roads to be busy. AAA expects nearly 55 million people will travel at least 50 miles that weekend. That puts it on track to be the third busiest year for Thanksgiving travel, though it's not quite at pre-pandemic levels. A representative with the Missouri Travel Center expects to see plenty of travelers in Southwest Missouri.
It's been kind of gradually getting back to normal, and I feel like we are back to normal. I mean, even right now, like at this time of day, it's like very heavy out there. A lot of packs are traveling, and try not to travel in packs. Like, get away from the packs and you'll stay out of wrecks.
AAA also reports a rise in alternative modes of transportation, such as trains and cruise ships. Google has reached a record $392 million settlement with 40 states over its location tracking practices. The search giant allegedly misled consumers over those practices. That included confusion around, quote, the scope of the location history setting and how much consumers could limit the location tracking by adjusting settings. Still ahead, how a local third grader saved a classmate from choking.
Plus another cold night for us tonight and even a little bit of snow in the forecast. We'll look at that coming up. Definitely a cold one for us today. Temperatures struggle to warm up, only a high of 41 degrees. That's it. We should be topping out near 60 still for the middle of November. But we did break out, see a little bit of sunshine late in the day. And we have pretty much clear skies right now. This is a nice shot of the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside Seneca, Missouri. All right, pretty consistent temperatures. Lower 40s yesterday, only lower 30s last night, lower 40s once again for us today, but it's going to get colder tonight. We're sitting at 30 in Iola, 32 Chanute, Nowata 33, 32 at Grand, 31 Neosho, Lamar is sitting at 31. Let's go outside, 7th range line, sitting at 29, feels like 24. Even though the wind's not that strong, it just kind of cuts right through you. So we do have wind chill factors, making it feel colder than what it actually is, mid to upper 20s across the region. Overnight planner 28 here shortly, 26 by 7. Look at that. Some clouds, a few flurries. Sunshine returns by 10. Overnight low down to 24. So it is going to be a cold night and another cold one as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. We're fine. Nothing going on here. But we have these little light snow showers, north central parts of Kansas. These are going to kind of rotate into the northern half of the region and give us a few flurries, a few random snow showers late tonight into tomorrow morning. We keep getting these little weak waves that are rotating around our big dome of low pressure, which is slowly moving out of here. But here's the jet stream, and it keeps dropping out of Canada, so we keep getting the colder air. So the colder air is going to stick around for the rest of the week. Then it will moderate just a bit early next week. All right, let's go through tonight. Clouds back in, some random flurries, northern counties. Back to sunshine, late morning. It's cold, we're in the mid-30s, and we only warm up to about 39 for a high tomorrow. Tomorrow night, clear skies, gets cold. We dip all the way down near 20 for an overnight low. Here come the clouds again. So we're starting at 7 a.m. on Thursday. Clouds thickening up, may get a random shower Thursday afternoon, but you can see we go into the mid-40s, so at least a little better by Thursday afternoon. Thursday evening, a few showers, trying to mix with some snow showers, try to develop. So here's 10:30 Thursday evening, especially the southern half of the region. So we could get some light accumulations with that as we get into Thursday evening. On to Wednesday, just cold, 36 noon, 34 by 5, high temp of 39. Also the winds pick up. Our wind gusts are going to be 20 upwards to 25, so when you get gusty winds like that, it makes it feel colder than what it actually is. 39 tomorrow, 47 on Thursday, some evening and overnight snow showers. Friday only 34, so it's going to be cold. 47 on Saturday. We got some football, so pretty good football weather. 49 Sunday, 50s return early next week, but we do have a storm system coming in right around Thanksgiving, so we'll have to focus on that.
A low of 19 Friday
yeah, that's
night.
getting down there.
Would that be the first time this season we've gotten into the teens?
No, we have before already,
really?
Sadly.
Yes, it is. And there'll be a lot more ahead, I'm sure. Thanks, Doug. Local third grader's quick actions saved his classmate's life. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has that story.
And they want to shake your hand because you're a hero. You are. So step right over there.
I went, oh God, what was that?
Thanks to Tyler Lawrence's quick thinking, Camden Shelton's life was saved.
So he was choking on grapes and he put 3 in his mouth and he choked on one of them. And I thought he was faking it until his face turned purple. And then I went over to the side and hit his back really hard. I was eating so many grapes that I didn't know I had a whole grape in my mouth, and I started swallowing and it went into my throat.
Assistant Principal Jennifer Terry says she is proud of the students at Wyandotte Elementary.
I think it's really great and exciting that we have such awesome kids here. I am super excited that they step up in a time of need and they don't even think twice about it.
We're friends now, so.
Tyler Lawrence was recognized in front of the school, and local police recognized him as a hero.
If you think they're bad or something, you can't tell that because you don't know if you don't spend time with them or something like that, because you don't know how they actually are inside.
So don't forget to always be kind, even when no one is looking. In Wyandotte, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Nice hero story there. You can watch the full video of Tyler's recognition ceremony on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Jacob here now with sports. Not as big as saving someone from choking on a grape, but still a big day at Pitt State, Missouri Southern football.
Yeah, the two teams combined to put 31 players on the All-MIAA list. We're going to talk about that. And Missouri Southern women's basketball aims to stay unbeaten in their home opener on Thursday. We're going to hear from the Lions after the break. Well, the MIAA has released its All-Conference Football Awards for this fall. For Pittsburgh State, head coach Brian Wright is the league's Coach of the Year after leading the Gorillas to their first conference championship since 2014. The wide receiver and kick returner Colby Katzis is the league's Freshman of the Year. On the All-MIAA first team, got some local guys highlighting the group. Galena product PJ Sarwinski is a first-team All-MIAA selection. He led Pitt State in tackles this season with 74. Also added 10 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Pittsburgh State safety and former Frontenac Raider Brandon Malikas is a first-team All-MIAA pick. Malikas racked up 59 tackles this fall, including 2.5 tackles for loss, and also had 2 fumble recoveries. And at wide receiver, former Neosho High School standout Bryce Murphy is on the All-MIAA first team. Now, Murphy only played in 5 games this fall, but in those 5 games, he was pretty good, racking up 406 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. The Gorillas had 8 guys on the All-MIAA first team. In addition to those guys I just named, tight end Devin Garrison is a first-team selection. Running back Caleb Lewis, offensive lineman Trace Jeffries, and Corey Woodruff are on there. Then on the defensive side, Ubem Okonkwo, also a first-teamer. In all, Pittsburgh State had 18 players earn All-MIAA recognition today. You can check out the full list on the sports page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, today also a big day for Missouri Southern football. Southern had 13 players earn All-MIAA recognition today. The kicker Nick Williams was the team's lone first-team selection. Williams was 12 for 17 on field goals this fall, including that 52-yarder right there against Pittsburgh State. And that field goal is actually the longest field goal in the MIAA this season. The local guys also representing for the Lions on the All-MIAA list. Former Joplin Eagle Nathan Glades is a second-team All-Conference pick at running back. Then on the other side of the ball, Carthage product Colton Winder, former East Newton standout Coleman Booker, and former Joplin Eagle Solomon Garcia all earned honorable mention All-MIAA. You can check out all 13 conference picks for Southern at KOAMnewsnow.com. The Missouri Southern women's basketball team is once again off to a hot start this season. The Lions are 4-0 and ranked 19th in the country. Southern play their home opener on Thursday at noon, hosting Angelo State. Angelo State is 2-0 in their first 2 games. The Lions have already beaten some really good teams, and they're playing a pretty tough non-conference schedule. But head coach Ronnie Russell says that's exactly what they were after to prepare for the MIAA schedule.
The year we had last year, we knew we had a chance to be pretty good again, and I wanted to make sure we challenged ourselves so it would prepare us for conference play because our league is so tough. There's 7, 8 teams I think that could win our league if they get on a good run. Those are big wins when I think will come March and region rankings and everything else and strength of schedule as well. So they were huge, especially we did it all the way from home. All those were on the road. Kind of technically, I mean, Harding was a really true road win, but the rest of them all neutral sites. So, but it was exciting. It was fun. I just loved how our kids competed, especially on the defensive end.
One more local guy that got all MIAA recognition for Pittsburgh State, Alex Gaskell, a Webb City kid, also all MIAA today.
Well, congratulations to all. We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Frank Jameson served in the U.S. Navy from 1942 to 1946. His hometown, Pittsburgh. We're proud to salute Lieutenant Junior Grade 9 Frank Jameson, a four-state hero. Ready or not, it's getting cold out there.
It is. It's going to be a cold night tonight. We're going to dip back to about 24 degrees, and then we're going to warm up only to about 39 degrees for us tomorrow. Here, that's better to look at. But we could get a few snow showers late Thursday evening, Thursday night. Look at Friday, a high of only 34.
Yeah, that's
fun.
Cool. Final sports now.
I told you Missouri Southern women's basketball playing their home opener on Thursday. They're 4-0 to start the season. Lacey Stokes was the MIAA Player of the Week last week. Maddie Stokes is averaging a double-double so far this season, 14 points, 11.5 rebounds per game. So those two kind of picking up where they left off last season.
Yeah, no surprise really in either case. Thanks for joining us. Morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.